doing today? Good? Because I didn't want to know. Because we're talking about Newton's 3 laws. Newton's first law is the law of inertia. Inertia is the resistance of an object
to changes in its motion.
In other words, an object likes to keep doing what it's already doing.
An example of this law is kicking a soccer ball.
The ball is at rest. When Lauren kicks the soccer ball, the ball stays in motion until acted upon by an outside force such as gravity or friction.
If Alyssa were to kick the ball in space, the ball would stay in motion at a constant speed forever since there is no gravity or friction. Right now, Alyssa is at rest. When I push Alyssa, she stays in motion until she is acted upon by an outside force like that wall. To summarize the first law, when an object is moving,
it keeps moving until another force acts upon it.
Newton's second law is F equals m times a,
which stands for force equals mass times acceleration.
This cat is sitting in a sled over there. Because it has light mass, it takes less force to move the object.
Now when I get into the sled, the mass increases. That means the force is harder to pull the sled. Meow, cat!
In other words, when an object has a greater mass, it is harder to move.
Calm down, children.
I'm a real boy.
So heavy. Another example of Newton's law is tossing different objects with different masses.
Is this ball heavier than this ball? Cat brain very small. You tell me.
This ball is 7 kilograms and this ball is 2 kilograms.
Eureka! Light balls make you smarter!
Kate is going to throw the baseball and the volleyball from here to here.
The acceleration of the baseball and the volleyball were the same, but because the volleyball had a greater mass, it has a greater force. The definition of force is a push or pull.
The acceleration is the change in velocity and speed.
Mass is the amount of matter in an object.
To summarize, the greater the mass and acceleration an object has, the greater the force. Newton's third and final law is action-reaction.
For every action force, there is a reaction force that is equal and opposite to that action.
So when an object pushes up on another object, it gets pushed back in the opposite direction equally as hard. Here Maddie is sitting on the chair. Now here Maddie is pushing down with 10 newtons, and the chair is also pushing up 10 newtons equally as hard. Because the forces are balanced, she does not fall through.
My breath's so...
The action force is Maddie pushing on the chair.
The reaction force is the chair pushing up on Maddie.
This is what happens when forces are imbalanced.
Lauren had applied 15 newtons to the stick.
But as you can see, it didn't apply back. The action force was Lauren pushing down on the stick. The reaction was the stick breaking.
Here is another example of balanced forces.
By jumping on the trampoline, Maddie is exerting a force. The trampoline is also exerting a force up.
What the fuck?
How much more of this? My legs are... To summarize the third law, every action has a reaction. These act in pairs.
Nice job.
To wrap up, Newton's 3 laws
Help change our understanding of
the universe, which affects our everyday lives.
bye-bye.
Okay. This cat is going to
Okay.
Another example of Newton's second law is tossing different objects with different mass.
How dare you!
Newton's third and final law is the action law of blah blah blah. Sorry. So when an object pushes upon another object, it gets pushed back in the other direction equally as hard. This is Maddie sitting on the chair. Now here Maddie is pushing
Maddie,
down
why aren't you
with 10
sitting?
newtons. And the
You're
chair is
standing.
also pushing up with 10 newtons, equally as hard, because forces are balanced so she does not fall. My butt's really wet.
Guys, you want to watch it? It was really funny.
Because you're an idiot and start talking. Why aren't you sitting down, Maddie?
Yeah, and
Here we go, everybody! To summarize the third law, every every action has a reaction.
like this.
Sorry, I was looking at them.
Okay.
1, 2.
that's what you would have had.